Okay. As per the norm, I'm going to put the volume up on my phone until I hear some audio come from there, and then I will immediately mute to prevent feedback. And that's that. Perfect. I hope that everybody is having an excellent day. Tabby, I'm so glad to see you. I I found the thumb drive. I'm gonna send you an email today, more than likely by tonight. The files are all very large, so I'm uploading them to Google Drive, but they take, uh, I'm going to say, probably somewhere between a half an hour and an hour to upload. And what ends up happening is I forget that I'm uploading them. So I've only got one up right now. If I did it this morning, altogether there's 7 files. I think I'm going to get the first 3 up, and that'll be, I think, ballpark somewhere between 3 and 6 gigs. And Google Drive will only let me hold 15, so you can go and pull those and then send me an email like, oh, I have them, and I'll go and I'll put the other ones up. So that's going to be excellent. Jimmy the Lumberjack, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Okay, so if you read my message above, today, while we go continue investigating, we are going to go and talk a little bit about horror as a genre. I want to know what you guys, like, what brought you guys to horror. Like, maybe there was an experience, a movie you saw, a story you were told, being drawn to Halloween. They did just, you got to get candy from strangers, any number of things. But I am curious about what draws you guys to horror, why it is a genre that you enjoy. I mean, it doesn't have to be your favorite genre. There's a lot of genres out there, but at a minimum, if you're here, you probably enjoy it. You should enjoy it. If not, then you're here to punish yourself. So, all right. While all that goes on, I'm going to go and start heading to the cemetery. I have my eye on chat. And I will be reading the things you guys say in chat. For me personally, I think horror is the best genre for introspection. When you watch like a romantic comedy, the person that writes the story, the director of photography, everybody involved tries to position the characters in a way that you relate to, specifically the main characters, right? So, if you're a male, they want you to relate to the masculine character on screen, and if you're a female, they want you to relate to the feminine character on the screen. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. With horror, because it's so messy, you'd be surprised, because if you're not taking inventory of it, you might not even be noticing the characters and the situations that you are drawn to. It can be really, it's bizarre. But that's why I like horror, because when you take inventory of what you are thinking, your thought process, it actually tells you more about yourself than the romantic comedies do. A good example is if you see something horrible in a horror movie, right? If you've witnessed something terrible. I don't remember now. You know what? This is going to be silly. We might actually have to go back to the... What is this? Briefcase key. BH. I don't remember where we're supposed to dig. We're going to have to go to the cabin, unless somebody remembers. While I'm heading out that way, I'm going to go and check out chat. Let's see what we've got going on over here. I am literally, I mean, it's digital. I'm walking while reading at the same time, the thing you're never supposed to do. So if I walk into something in the game, I'm just glad it didn't hurt. Where am I going? Oh, if I'm going to go this way, I should very briefly stop by and attempt to use the briefcase key first. I did pick up the shovel from the photo lab, Tabby. Definitely did. Amy, how are you doing? There we go. So Jimmy says he's drawn to horror because of like the extreme, like witnessing the extreme evil that people can engage in. Now, if we take that like one step further, right? What is it? Because if we find out, if we can discover what it is that's drawing you in, it actually tells you something about yourself. It's so crazy. I have a 2-sentence horror story. I don't even remember what it's called. It was one of the first ones I did. And in the story, pretty much a doctor goes and tells an adult man and his, and I guess an adult man and his elderly father, that they can like heal his dad. And then the next thing you see is it's like the dad had fell in the bathroom and there's electricity coming out of him. So they somehow roboted the dad. And when you see this, it's like, well, like, obviously everybody feels like you're kind of horrified. Like, but what is horrifying you right now? Do you wonder if the elderly man experienced pain, if he's still in there? Or do you relate more with the adult child that now has lost their loved one? Because it's so messy. When you take inventory of it, it tells you about where you are. Unlike, like I said, I used romantic comedies because romantic comedies are very simple. So it's like, oh well, you know, you feel this, or I think that's the key for the puzzle. Okay. I need, bloody hell. There we go, a pencil. Pardon me, everyone. I'm just gonna notate this. It's a bullseye. I know they don't call that, and it's not what they call it, but it's bullseye. Red 20. And then that looks like the 18, but I think that's one that we can see. Top red 18. That is probably why our numbers did not work. That's the pencil that I needed right there. The code for Charles's safe in the gallery is Vincent's birthday. This is incredible. Yes, how could I not have thought about that? Same here. I'm silly. And we know what his birthday is because that was written about. Call Sheriff James. Check his file. 7741. There's a lot of locked doors in this game still, but I remember for a fact there was, I believe, one cabinet, one file, set of file drawers that we could not open. So that means the combo for that is 7741. Holy cow. I see all kinds of stuff going on in chat. I see Tabby's there, so that's excellent. I'm going to read that in a moment. What I'm going to do is not waste time writing this down because I'm 90% sure it's going to be down there. The autopsy report. I performed an autopsy on the body of Sean Michael Smith at the Department of Coroner, Grand City, Newland, on June 9th, 1995 at 0800 hours. 3rd-degree burns. Oh, this is from, Sean Penn, right? Yeah, there he is. Andrew Reed. 44-year-old white male with burns found at home, pronounced dead at the scene. 3rd-degree burns found across body, completely charred over the head, face, neck, and hands, heavily charred across the front and back of the body, legs and feet. Pardon me. Closer inspection reveals punctured lungs with an object similar to a switchblade or a small knife. Pneumothorax is a possible cause of death, but the body's too burned to confirm. So this was no accident. Frickin' Humpty Dumpty was pushed. Bloody hell. Exsanguination. I believe that means all the blood was drained from his body. Dr. Henry Johnson. Performed by Robert Adams. 61-year-old white male pulled out of car submerged in lake. Victim's lungs do not contain water, which shows he did not die by drowning. Due to the prolonged submerging of the body in water, the estimated time of death might not be accurate. Estimated time of death is between 12 and 16 days. The top right side of the skull, leaning towards the front and above the right eye, has a wide crack, usually caused by a sharp object and strong force. Front torso, face, and back portion of the forearm suffer numerous lacerations. Victim most likely succumbed to blood loss before being placed in water. Vivian Roberts, also exsanguination. 55-year-old white male found lying in front of mansion gates, pronounced dead at the scene. 12 centimeter wide and 7 centimeter deep crack found on the right side of the head. Impact caused by strong force with a sharp object. Lacerations on front torso and back sides of both forearms. Victim died from loss of blood. Okay, so right side of the head, and that's the front? Right side of the head. Is it the front of her head, though? Lacerations on front, torso, and back sides of both forearms. So this attack came from the front because stabbed in the front torso, and then the lacerations on both of the back sides of both forearms. So she had her hands up trying to defend herself. Now here's where things get really bizarre. Crack found on the right side of the head. This means that the person, the swing had to come from the left side. Now the person could have backhand swung if they were right-handed, but if they ice pick gripped or did any kind of movement like that, the weapon would be in their left hand, and we know Bernard is left-handed. So that's something to think about. Was Henry also? Was this another one of those freaking, like, could Bernard have killed all of them due to prolonged submerged? Top right side of skull, leaning towards the front and above the right eye, has a wide crack. Punctured lungs, similar to a switchblade or small knife. This does not have the same right-left leanings. Okay. That was wild. I'm going to go check up on chat. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to walk a little bit. We're going to walk and talk. You know what I need? I need a bigger phone. That's what I need. It's okay. Or I need 2 screens. My son has set up 2 screens for his computer, and it's like, that's a luxury that I would like. It would make editing a lot quicker. Okay. So, Lady Ryder says, we're going to be heading to the sheriff's office. I believe the combo was 7741, but it's probably in the chat. Lady Ryder. I can't remember what got me into horror. I mean, I shed tears for the shark in Jaws. I was 10. I've been into horror, creepy stuff since then, I think. Right on. Alright, sweets. Every direction that I pick can't be wrong. One of them has to be correct. Like Jimmy the Lumberjack, Lady Ryder, you were rooting for the shark in Jaws. Oh, man. All right, we have Vincent's birthday. Thanks to Tabby. Thank you very much. What else do we have? Maybe Bernard is a vampire. That's where the blood is going. Bernard is, what's Bernard's emotional connection? Bernard was... Vivian was not involved in a love triangle, but Bernard was crushing. So, why would he get rid of the doctor? I don't know, but I do know that as, like, for everyone, it doesn't work. Oh, hang on, I got it wrong. It's 7741. All right, this is classified. What do we got here? A car key. I feel like we don't need these, but I guess we might. What is this? This is one of those, wait, no. Oh, okay, so I can't get, it looks like it's some kind of a whistle. Can I not get the, nope, can't get that either, okay, nope. Vivian Roberts murder case record of alibi. Recorded July 25th, 1995. Interview to Charles Roberts. I wasn't there when my wife was killed. I left for New York on July 18th to attend a conference meeting that was supposed to last for 3 days. I was supposed to be back on the weekend. On the morning of July 20th, however, I received a phone call from our butler, Bernard, informing me that Vivian had been murdered. I could not believe what I heard. I cut short my trip and immediately came back to Painscreek. Matthew Brooks. This is Father Matthew. There is an annual religious gathering event in Hartford where pastors from different churches in our state's vicinity meet and discuss what we can do to help our society. The event started on July 18th and ran for 5 days, so it ended on July 23rd. I represent Painscreek Trinity Church at the event. Our church can confirm this because we had to cancel our Sunday service that week. That is not correct. I believe at the Photoshop we saw that he canceled this event. If it doesn't say that we take inventory of this at the end, I'm going to have to make a note of that. Because that would get rid of Matthew Brooks's alibi if the dates are correct. Interview with Bernard Hopkins. I was preparing for a fundraising event when I felt sick. However, there was no one who can really do my job, so I kept working. At about 9 in the evening, I was too sick to continue, so I bid Vivian good night and headed back home. Dorothy Patterson saw me leave. No, there's no one else that lives there. I live alone. Also, didn't we, at the mansion, there was a note about Bernard hurting his hand. He hurt his hand doing something, and he couldn't write invitations because he was left-handed. So that could have been information just to let us know he was left-handed. But maybe not. If it was a burn wound, that would tie him to Sean Penn's murder. Okay. Interview to Dorothy Patterson. Yes, Bernard was not feeling well that day, so he left slightly earlier than usual. However, he finished his work before he left. When I saw how sick he appeared, I wondered how he could have kept on working. Well, I guess that's why the Roberts family trust him so much. Me? I was around the mansion most of the time, either preparing the food or making sure that the other maids were doing their jobs. The fundraising event, which was to be held the following day, was important to Vivian, so we were all making sure that everything would be perfect. By the time Mary left, it was already past midnight. I locked the doors and then went home myself. No, I live alone. Interview with Mary Martinez. We almost never hear about Mary Martinez. My name is Mary Martinez. I had been working in the kitchen for the past few days for the upcoming fundraising event. Jimmy's Bakery was supposed to deliver the cakes, but a few days before the event, they called to inform us that they can't make it. Suddenly, I was in charge of the cakes. I was so mad because we didn't have much time, and this event was supposed to be extremely crucial for Vivian's business. But after hearing that Vivian was murdered, all my anger and work just sort of became irrelevant. Yeah. Derek Tyler. I remember dropping Mr. Roberts off at the airport on July 18th around 2 p.m. I was supposed to come back after that to drive around for Vivian, but she told me to take a break since I haven't had a day off for quite some time. I decided to visit a friend of mine who was moving upstate to West Dakota. What sort of friend? An elementary school buddy that used to live here, but moved when he received a scholarship. I stayed at his place for a few days before coming back to Painscreek. Yes, he can vouch for me. I have his number at home. I can give it to you later. Derek never gave me the number. Alright, fantastic. It says content recorded in the bottom portion of the screen. To Sheriff Howard, May 13th, 1997. So this is 2 years after the fact. The crack in Vivian Roberts' skull shows that the weapon used is an object with a heavy and sharp end. Something like an axe would fit the description. Oh, and I think, isn't there an axe missing at Bernard's house? There's an axe missing in somebody's house. To cause a crack that big, the attacker must be rather strong. I'm assuming it's either a man or a strong woman who is experienced in the use of the weapon. The victim must have been facing the attacker because of the lacerations found on the front of her torso, as well as the back side of both forearms, showing that she tried to block the attacks by holding up her arms. The fatal strike landed on the right side of the victim's head, just above her right eyebrow. This clarifies the following. The victim was facing the killer. The killer is strong enough to land such a clean but deadly blow that the killer is left-handed. Since the murder weapon was never recovered and confirmed, my assumption of it being an axe still remains. Since this is me doing you a solid, do not under any circumstances leak this information or I'll be in big trouble. The guys here in Grant City don't want anyone more than necessary to know about these details. I hope the above helps. Sean M. Smith. That is crazy. I do not know what the connection to Bernard is. Bernard did very much appear to have a crush on Vivian. Could they have been involved and it drove him mad? I have no clue. Can I break into... Oh, no, I don't need to break into my own car. When I go over there, it asks me if I want to leave. I still don't know what to do about the picture, too. Like, what am I supposed to take a picture of? Wait. Belongs to a Marvaric model. So, do these cars have names written on them? That's a Maverick. Maybe it's a trunk? Oh, shoot, maybe it's the... Yep. I was gonna say, maybe in the glove box there'd be a button for the trunk, but that doesn't make sense. I have a key. Let's go and see. Goodness. My head hurts, my tire's flat, and the phone's not working. Is someone trying to stop me from leaving Painscreek? Am I close to discovering something? Oh no. Oh God, I thought he was the one. I was wrong. He's not the killer. He's not. Okay. Okay. We're going back in here because that's the only place where I recall seeing a lockbox. I mean, it would be it's like where they keep the mail. But we'll see. Let's go and check in chat, see who else is around. Hey, Tenzin. Yes, I am. I'm feeling much better. And I'm glad for it too. Thank you. Okay, so he said he thought someone was the killer, but they're not the killer. So if this has his things in it, whoever he says is the killer in here is probably not the killer. He's on to me, and I had to hide the key in one of the drains by the roadside. He will never find. Ooh. What's the button for? Huh. Well, we're going to be paying very close attention to those lamps now. Okay. 5/19/1997. Ever since I received the messages and the key, I have been following this anonymous person blindly. What a fool I've been. I need to revisit my investigation notes to see if I might have missed anything important. I looked through the alibis recorded by Sheriff Howard. There were 6 interviews. Charles, Matthew, Bernard, Dorothy, Mary, and Derek. Then I noticed it. One of them is lying. It was recorded that there was an event, yet I remember reading somewhere about it being cancelled. Where did I read it again? I can't seem to remember. So Father Matthew was the liar? Oh my god, I just realized the E in all of the killer's messages is slightly off in comparison to all the other letters. Okay, I can find that typewriter. If I can find that typewriter, I can find who killed Vivian. See, but he did say that he thought it was somebody, but it was somebody else. He did say that. Achievement unlocked Steve Moss' story. Okay, so I have a feeling Bernard is the red herring. I don't know why, but all these clues seem to make me feel so. It does seem a little easy because he's the only one that's left-handed. To blame him for everything. For all we know, the killer might have feigned being left-handed, you know, to facilitate the murder and potentially get away with it. Don't we have to go to Derek's anyways? I don't even remember where Derek's is. Someone tell me where Derek's house is, and we will go there. I'm here to torture the algorithm gods into submission and make them do whatever you want. That's what I'm talking about, infinite psychosis. We're going to want to look at storm drains and light fixtures. But right now, until I get to the end of this chat and see if anybody knows the address for, what's his name? For Derek's house, there was something that I needed. There was information on that map that I'm going to need. If there was something between Bernard and Vivian, I think Dorothy would have wrote about it. That's true. It is hard to hide these things. Yeah, we would be in some trouble if Tabby wasn't here. Tenzin says that we'd be screwed if Tabby wasn't around. This is a fact. Yes, it's true. Tabby says it's because she overanalyzes everything, and I can, you know, that's maybe we need more women detectives. Like, actually, there was a short story, Trifles. That's a really good one, where you have these 2 detectives. Their wives crack the case, and the men are completely oblivious. There we go. Sean Blue, what's going on? I hope you're doing good today. Which place had typewriters? There were typewriters everywhere, but I remember trying to find the trying to look at them, and they were often positioned awkwardly. Okay, where is the map? Oh, okay, that doesn't really help. It just points over here. We also have to remember where that time capsule was. Derek and Wanda's house. is 43 Silver Lake. That's great. I did need that information too. And 43 Silver Lake is not far from the church. So we can, wait, where are we right now? Where's the cabin at? Oh, there we go. The birdhouse. Yeah, so we're going to go, That'll work out. 43 Silver Lake. Hey, if our private eye friend scribbled that note, he's dead. Someone's running around killing people that look into this. I think we might be in immediate danger. B and H. So at this, okay. Oops. Oh man. Jimmy the Lumberjack at Tabby D. What's in the typewriter? Said someone who was born in the 2000s. It's true. Sometimes, like even describing like a CD player. It's like, what's that? Well, you listen to music like an MP3 player, yeah, but the hard drive is interchangeable. It spins like you know, an internal computer's hard drive kind of deal. I owned a typewriter. I owned one of those Brother typewriters, and it was a newer one though, and it had an erase function, which was really nice. And the ink matched the ink used by my school to make report cards. And I liked the typewriter. Discovering how to find the right paper and line things up correctly was a lot easier than the effort they were requiring. I'm not bad, I just lack patience sometimes. Well, it's gotten better at least. This is Silver Lake. I could have swore it was hidden like in an alcove. We're looking for 43 Silver Lake. Nope. 25. 26. Oh, that's not a wall. Dumb. There it is. Tabby, I just remember the typewriter from Stephen King's Misery. Oh my gosh, that movie. See, that's a typewriter right there, but I can't inspect it. It's exactly what I mean. Like, but I guess it's not super important because, again, he said he was wrong with what he was assuming. Still, I'd really like to... Oh, what? How's everything going? The E is not off-center there. Not that I, thought that these people were guilty. The Chicago typewriter. Oh no. I believe this is where she talks about people's birthdays, and this. Here we go. I need a tool to fix this. Hammers are used to fix broken drawers in Painscreek. City of New Jersey, Department of Child Psychiatric Division. RE, Psychiatric Evaluation on Derek Tyler. Dear Miss Wanda Tyler, after almost 5 months of sessions, your son Derek Tyler is now much better. We are still unable to get him to talk much, but he has chosen to express his thoughts and feelings through written text, which is a breakthrough for him. During his last session, however, he wrote the following. Dad was standing in the middle of the road. He was waving to me. Mom was crying and her tears dripped onto my face. I woke up. Kitty was purring and licking my face. I think she wanted to go out. Mom doesn't like me to make noise when it's late at night. Says it will wake everyone up. So I was very quiet when I opened the back door. Kitty flew away. There were noises behind the wall fence. There's a door that's always locked, but there's a light behind the keyhole. I walked to the door and looked through the keyhole. There were 4 people. 2 of them were fighting. A baby was crying. Then one of them fell down and hit her head. She stopped moving. Her eyes were open. I wet my pants because she was looking at me. Derek has since been very quiet. We haven't been able to grasp fully if what he wrote was real or imaginary. Well, he said the cat flew. Nevertheless, we are concerned with this situation. Kindly get back to us so we can discuss further steps in helping him. Catherine McDowell, Head of Child Psychiatric Department. That's strange. Poor Derek. January 24th, 1981. The school called. The principal told me the kids have been calling Derek names, saying that he is a bastard child. Oh, we're back to that again. I know that Derek wants to know where his father is. I don't know what to say to him. February 20th, 1981. The school called me again and told me that Derek poked a bird's nest till it fell off the tree. After that, he stomped the chicks to death. This resulted in him being suspended from school for a week. The principal asked if Derek had suffered any kind of trauma that would cause him to act like this. I could not tell them that Derek witnessed Sophia being killed. He was only 5 when that happened. May 11th, 1981. Derek stopped going to school. He told me school isn't for him. I should not have asked him to keep quiet about Sophia's death. He must have been bottling up his emotions all these years. Maybe it's time to start homeschooling him. Okay. That's no good at all. That's really bad. Hurting innocent animals is it's a very strong sign of a serial killer. Could Derek be killing cereal? I thought maybe this door was going to be locked. So all the doors are open. We've been everywhere in here. Okay. That's the T. Okay. Yeah, we actually have all of the tools now. So if there's a tool for something, if something requires a tool, we are now equipped. I wish I knew what he meant by by drain. Like, is it a storm drain? Do I have any new church things? Can be used on drain covers. Yeah, we need to find the drain. Okay. Oh. It might have been JJ that mentioned, maybe JJ, maybe Tenzin. Someone mentioned to me that that door that's stuck, because it doesn't say it's locked, I think it just says it's stuck, that we might be able to use the jimmy to get into that, which would be interesting. Oh, it says it's locked. And I cannot use the jimmy. Okay. What the heck is this room for? This is freaking... We saw, I think it was the investigator took a photo, like from a really strange angle. Okay, I was not equipped with the 6-digit combo, but there is a 6-digit combo for here. Is there something else going on in here? Maybe this can be opened? No? Okay. Yeah, I really think it's going to be a lot of photograph analysis. Oh, hello. While we're in here, let's take a look at the light fixtures. We'll just do a quick run around. It was like this, but there was like a base on the wall. It said, what's the button for? I personally did not really notice a button, but I could have mistook, like, you know, thought it was a bolt or something. It'd be really easy to misinterpret that sort of thing. It was around like this. But the top part was different. That's a graphical error. Is that the button? Holy cow! Is this open? I need a key. Okay. It just says the odds of this one being it are so... Okay. There's another something in this church. Holy cow. This is crazy. Okay, that being said, we have a little better than 15 minutes. There's so many places where we can go right now. What comes to me immediately is the mansion, so we can get behind that picture. But let's go and we'll look at our tools real quick. Look at the available tools. Actually, by tools, we're looking at our available keys. We have this item here, used to tighten and loosen bolts, screws, and pipes, can be used on drain covers. So that's if we want to go and find the drain cover. We might have a sewer map. Do we own that? We do. Are the drain covers reflected here? I don't see them. Okay. I don't know if there were other drawers for us to fix, but that's what that would be used for. This is to find, I'm pretty sure it's to find the keepsake, the time capsule. We don't yet know what this number opens. What do you guys want to do right now? Which one of these leads should I pursue? If nobody chooses, I'm going to aim for the mansion because that's a really strong lead to toss in Vincent's birthday to get behind that safe. But now I'm thinking too. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to think out loud. Where would the church hide another key? That other key has to exist somewhere. But where? All right. Yeah, we'll go to the cemetery, which is very close to the church. Very convenient. Okay. Now, I remember, now this is just coming off of memory, maybe Tabby will remember 100. Maybe it was by Father Calvin's grave. They hid it somewhere, and I believe it was kind of obvious. But, Trisha... Oh no, that's her freaking grave. Is that by... Yeah, there goes the grave by Father Calvin. That's what I was thinking of. Where in the cemetery would they hide a time capsule? I don't know why, I just keep feeling like it's over here, but I can't even walk over there. Can I get into this? Okay. She passed away a while ago. And if this is sealed off, maybe this area is not, wouldn't get disturbed. Big Rock. I do remember, yes. There was a thing about Big Rock. That's a rock over there. It's locked. Come on. I'm gonna jimmy the lock. Nope. Janet, come on. Just one time, just hop the fence. There it is, though. That's the big rock. There's only one rock. Okay. How close are we to... We're closer, I think, to the mansion than Bernard's house, right? Isn't Bernard's house, like... Where's Bernard's house? Actually, are we closer? Who knows Bernard's address? Actually, we can find out Bernard's address right now. We need the journal, letter documents, and, like, mansion staff. There we go. 31 Silver Lake. So we're very close to Bernard's house. Maybe Bernard had a key to the cemetery. Why would he do that? I don't know. And we have the key. I wrote it down for his dart game. Welcome to Caso de Bernard. Alright, all these doors are open. There's the frickin' missing axe. If we go with it's not Bernard because Bernard, right? Because he's got no real motive. He had a crush. He's not a killer. If we go and follow that line, and I'm cool with that. Someone went through a lot of trouble to frame him, and that would mean they at least have to know him. They would have known him really well too, because they would have known he was left-handed. There we go. Day 1. The hospital gave me these pills. They are supposed to help fight depression. Day 2. I feel slight drowsiness. It might be the food that I ate this morning. Day 3. The dizziness comes and goes. I'm still able to work. Not a big problem. Day 5. We don't know what happened on day 4. It is my day off today. I didn't take the medication. By the evening, I started thinking about Vivian. Day 8, I had to drive Vivian again, so I took the double dosage. I had a migraine for the rest of the day. At least I didn't have to think about her. Day 11, couldn't Vivian stop seeing that guy? Why can't I stop thinking about it? Oh, shh. Day 12, now I know that my dizziness comes from those pills. Day 20, the pills, they don't seem to work anymore. It doesn't matter if I take them or not. I can't stop imagining what Vivian and that guy are doing whenever they meet. Day 32, I stopped taking the medication. Took the medication for less than a week. I mean, less than a month. What the hell? No. Come on. Bitch. Oh, shit. That doesn't sound like something Bernard would say, though. Is this another setup? Also, it's not written nice like this. January 12th, 1995. I drove Vivian today since Derek is out of town with Charles. As I was driving, we talked. She expressed that despite having a successful business, she felt empty and tired. Trisha hates Vivian for trying to stop her from seeing Scott. She seems to be really bothered by the name Vincent. And her relationship with Charles seems to be just for show. I wish I could comfort her. She's going through so much right now. If only I could confess to Vivian how much I respect and how much respect I have for her, how much I admire her. January 18th, 1995. Ever since Trisha brought up the name Vincent, Vivian has been pretty quiet. Even during dinner, she hardly spoke. I can barely remember the last time Vivian appeared happy. I don't think anyone can blame her. Wanda hasn't been coming to work for a while now. Her illness is getting worse. I wonder how she's coping. February 5th, 1995. Derek wasn't available to drive Vivian again, so I offered to help. It's been a month since I first drove for her. She's been opening up more to me, telling me about the struggles she's faced with, her rocky relationship with Charles, how she really dislikes Scott. Sometimes I would give her some suggestions when she asked what she should do. Other times she just wants someone to listen to her. Mostly I'm just happy to be with her. February 22nd, 1995. Vivian seems rather distraught recently. During the afternoon tea gathering, I stood outside the room and tried to listen to the conversations. Eavesdropping! She feels miserable being with Charles. They hardly look at each other, let alone speak. Personally, I don't think Charles deserves her. I finished reading Vivian's biography. Half of the facts were incorrect. The writer should have done his homework better. Sometimes, when I'm driving for Vivian, she asks me to drop her off at the corner of a street, typically in front of Tom's Cafe. She's always telling me that she'll make it back home on her own. It aroused my curiosity. So after dropping her off today, I parked the car and watched her. My God. She ordered a cup of coffee to go. Then she left the cafe and walked up the street for about 5 minutes to a residential area. She stopped in front of an apartment and pressed the doorbell. Shortly after, a man in his early 30s wearing a suit opened the door. He leaned over and hugged Vivian. She gave the coffee to him and they exchanged some words. I couldn't hear what they said. Then they entered the apartment together. Who is he? You're a creep. May 12th, 1995. This is the 6th time I followed Vivian after she went into the building with the guy. I parked the car nearby to wait for her to come out. Is this considered stalking? Yes! About 2 hours later, a cab stopped out in front of the apartment. Shortly afterwards, Vivian came outside, and the man followed closely behind. They chatted for a bit. Vivian looked extremely comfortable with him. Before leaving, she kissed him on the cheek. What's going on? Kissed him on the cheek? She's only supposed to kiss my cheek. This guy. May 29th, 1995. I tracked down the guy. He works at a bank. The place they meet is his apartment. How could she do that? Who the hell is this? She can't cheat on Charles with him. She's supposed to cheat on Charles with me. I reported sick for the 3rd consecutive day as I've laid in bed. I kept thinking on why Vivian would be seeing another man. No matter what Charles did to her, she's always kept her faith. Pardon me. She has always kept her faith in him throughout the years. How could she be having an affair now? She's better than that. She's supposed to choose me. There it is. How dare you have an affair? You're supposed to have an affair with me. He's still in there crying right now when I open this door. I just want to go home. Get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Haha, it's a party. No, he's not here. This is a little odd. It's like someone else was in here and raided the place already. Everything is open. Huh. Oh, okay. I opened the door on myself. All right, let's go look at some. Let's go look at some of this. Some comments. Bernard doesn't like the friend zone much. No, he doesn't. That's why he's so weird about it. I bet she's not having an affair. It must be a financial business behind Charles' back or something. That is possible. All right, so we're over here. And the one we were missing, it was that 18 right there. In the photograph, I have the notes. So let's go and... Oh, I do not have... Oh man, I don't have my directions written, do I? No, I've got the AOL password though. And Aunt Cecilia's apartment code. Who recalls how to score this? This was that was 50. This was times 3. The outer ring, what was the multiplier on that? Who recalls? If anybody recalls, that would be awesome. Because if not, it's going to be okay. But I'm going to have to do something. Oh, it's Cecilia's apartment code. That's a 6-digit combination right there. I do have that written down already. And we have the AOL password. All right. I am going to go and temporarily be blind from chat to find the directions on how to score darts. Okay. Okay, so that's supposed to be doubled. So that's 36. So we had 110 before, and JJ, his math was the same as mine, so it's got to be 110. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, maybe him and I both misinterpreted the data, but that's 50. And then this one over here is a multiplier by 3, so 60, 60, and 50, that's 110. The one over here, that gets doubled to 36. So 110 and 36, that's 146. And we're supposed to subtract the yellow from the red. Let me go and write this down. And get back to chat to see if Tabby solved the puzzle already without me. Okay. All right. Yes, we do have data here. Okay. So we have 146 and we subtract 501. Is that what they want us to do? Okay. Oh shoot, that's bizarre. Oh, that's crazy. The dart fell. It was there and it fell down. Okay. Subtract the yellow darts points from the red darts total. I'm not gonna lie, this puzzle's kind of a bitch. The black spaces, is this 9? It's probably not. Oh man, I feel dumb. I'm having trouble finding the photo in my phone. I need like a phone. I need a folder on my phone just for clues for this game. Because finding them is nuts. Okay. I found it. Alright, non-ringed, these are normal. So, yeah, so that means it's 9 subtracts, 9 take away 146. That would be 137. It's a 4 digits. Let's go with 0. 0, 1, 3, 7. Oh, yes. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like that took a year. Oh, man. But we did get in. Yeah. Tabby probably I just went back to comments like, bet you Tabby found it out before I did. Oh, man. Tabby, I had an idea for a character a long time ago. His name was Babcock Doppelganger, and he was a detective. That he was like a world-class detective, but he was a fool and just got lucky every time. Like everything was just a matter of luck. But he, in his own mind, he was convinced it's because he was a genius. And I feel like we would make a great team, you and I, Tab, because I could be Babcock Doppelganger, and you could be the reason why all the cases get solved, and I just sit there making loud statements like, oh yes, this. Okay. July 21st, 1995. When the police reported that Vivian was murdered, I was floored. I still don't know what to do. My mind is blank. All I can think is, how did it happen? How can Vivian be dead? July 23rd, 1995. Everyone's mourning about Vivian's death. People are coming or calling in to express their condolences. Charles hasn't been out of his room for days, and Trisha is crying her heart out, of course. Dorothy has been assigning busy work to all the mansion employees, hoping that it would take their minds off of Vivian's death. Samuel, our security guard, has been reviewing all of the tapes of the past 2 weeks for any suspicious activities. I wish I could be of any help. July 25th, 1995. Scott was just apprehended for the murder of Vivian. Is that true? No one would have thought of that. I could never ever believe that Scott would be capable of killing someone, let alone Vivian. Yet it makes me so mad. I feel confused. September 29th, 1995. Trisha was admitted to the hospital today. She had a nervous breakdown after finding out Scott could be her mother's killer. Her condition has been getting worse over the past few weeks, and no one has been able to properly help her. Charles finally decided to seek help from the hospital. October 27th, 1995. Matthew never believed that his son killed Vivian. He hired some fancy lawyer to defend him. Scott's been released on bail today. It's beyond ridiculous. I don't think Scott should have been released at all. Despite the insufficient evidence, he killed Vivian. I know that he's guilty. Everyone knows it. They should have gone ahead and prosecuted him. November 1st, 1995. The maids were cleaning the mansion when they found some stuff belonging to Vivian. A key and some stationery. I asked Charles what he'd like to do with them, but he told me to take care of it myself. I brought them back to my place. November 4th, 1995. Vivian's death has caused lots of grief to everyone, especially Charles. After hearing how broken Charles was 2 nights ago, I can't bear to see him suffer anymore. Scott should pay for what he did. Is this the stuff from Vivian? A desk key? Okay. No, open. Can I not read that note? I can't read any of these notes. Okay. Okay. Well, it's a little past 2. We got all kinds of stuff done today. I'm gonna have to watch this at like half speed, my goodness. I hope everybody that's here right now, I hope you guys all have a great week. His Painscreek is from Jimmy the Lumberjack. Is Painscreek the birthplace to leather cover notebooks? Yeah, right there, the leather cover notebook capital of the world. But yes, I hope everyone has a great week. And hopefully I will see you guys all here next Tuesday, 1 p.m. And we've got to be getting bloody close. I know I've said that for the last 3 weeks in a row, but I mean, we're running down all these leads. Like, any second now, I'm expecting to have the killer just jump out at us like, you've solved the case and now you'll never leave Painscreek. I'm going to cut you up, put you in the river with this axe. All right. Anyhow, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you around.